Hi, my name is Hanna Carter and I'm the National Boatswain, and this is...
Hi, my name is Jordyn and I'm the Western Region Boatswain.
And we're here to talk to you and do a little Q&A about long cruise.
So Hanna, why is it important for a Sea Scout to go on a long cruise?
Well, it's important for Sea Scout ships to go on long cruise because of the bonds that you create on a 7-day cruise. You get to finally put into practice all of the skills that you've been learning through your seasons, and you get to go and explore so many great things. What do you think, Jordyn?
I think that is very important. I think it's important for a crew to be well bonded together and to have fun together, and you always learn something new when you're on a boat, especially for an extended period of time like that.
Yeah. So our next question is, where do we go on our ship's annual long cruise? Jordyn, where does your ship go?
We usually go down to San Diego, but we also like to make a trip up to Catalina. But we like to switch things around and like to fly to other areas of the country and just explore those and charter boats out there as well. So we're always doing something fresh and new and giving the youth new experiences.
Yeah, my ship likes to go to the Channel Islands usually take a lap to Catalina and go back to Long Beach and head home. And it's a great trip.
So we really want to know, what activities do you guys do on long cruise? What about you, Hanna?
So the kind of activities that my ship does on long cruises, we do a lot of rank advancement. So you can do things like cooking and preparing meals on your ships. You can go swimming with your ship off your boat. You can go onto the island. If you're at Catalina Island, you can walk around and go hiking. One of the things that my ship really loves to do is we like to hike, go on a 5-mile hike all the way up to the Catalina airport.
Wow.
Jordyn, what is your favorite part of long cruise?
It's definitely getting to know the Scouts very well. I think it's important for us to bond together, and so I just love learning new things about them and learning new things with them and just going out in the water and being in the water and coming up with new ideas spontaneously.
My favorite part about long cruise is just the fact that you're on a pretty small area with a large amount of people, and you're able to just accomplish so many things at once. You're able to work on rank advancement, build bonds, do all sorts of kinds of things, and it's just a great experience.
So Hanna, what is your favorite summer cruise you've done so far?
So my favorite summer cruise was about 2 years ago, where I had the opportunity to sail aboard the United States Coast Guard Bark Eagle for about 9 days. And it was, let me tell you, it was just the experience of a lifetime. I got to spend 9 days working on the ship as a plebe. I was able to learn how to use a sextant. I was able to develop my charting skills better. I was able to work with the crew with setting up meal plans and preparing food for the captain. I got to spend an evening with the captain of the ship with the other Sea Scouts on board, and that was a great experience. We got to talk about our life goals and where we wanted to go to college, and that was probably the best part of my long cruise. Jordyn, how was your long cruise?
I had an amazing opportunity this summer to bring back a boat from Hawaii to Santa Barbara. I was actually on the water for 17 days, and some of my favorite memories include going up the mast in the middle of the ocean, swimming in the ocean 1,000 miles away from land in any direction, improving my charting skills. All the power went out, so we got to use paper charts primarily. So it was a really interesting experience, but it was fun because I got to bond with some other Scouts.
That sounds awesome. So Jordyn, where is your favorite place to take a cruise?
I really enjoy going to Scouts Cove off of Catalina because the water is so clear there and we can swim, and we always take our paddle boards and our kayaks, and we like to go hiking a lot on the trails, and sometimes we even go over to Isthmus, and so it's just a lot of fun in that area. What about yours, Hanna?
I'm gonna have to say that my favorite place is probably Catalina as well, because there's just so many convenient harbors there and you can literally just walk to the next harbor. But there's also places like San Diego, even cruising up to Long Beach, San Pedro. Those are all great places to take cruises.
So Hanna, what have you learned the most on a long cruise?
I think the most that I've learned from my long cruise is just learning how to better develop my leadership skills. There's so many opportunities to take charge on a ship and be in charge of a crew and assign people to certain duties, and that grows your leadership experiences so much. What about you, Jordyn?
I would actually have to agree with you. I've developed most of my leadership skills on vessels on multiple cruises. Like Hanna said, it has to do with directing people and delegating people, but while I'm also teaching them and helping them, I'm also learning things from them, and I think that's really valuable as well.
So, Jordyn, what kind of activities can you do on a long cruise or just any cruise in general?
Oh, you can do so much. You can learn how to anchor the boat, you can improve your charting skills, you can even improve your leadership skills as we discussed. Even driving the boat, being on the lookout in the day and during the night, that's all part of your advancement and that's all part of learning. So Hannah, what is your best long cruise memory so far?
I'm gonna have to say that my best long cruise memory so far was when I was sailing on the United States Coast Guard bark Eagle, and I had the opportunity to go up in the crow's nest 300 feet up at night, and I got to stare at the stars, and it was just an incredible experience. What about you, Jordyn?
I've had a similar experience. It was when I was night cruising on Medicine Man for my return trip.
Awesome.
And we got to look up at the stars, and it was just so clear, and the entire sky was just covered in it, and it was really dreamy and surreal.
I'd like to encourage all of you, actually we'd like to encourage all of you, to start planning your new long cruise or just any cruise. It can be local, but just start talking with your ship and with your skipper and start planning now.
You have the entire year to think about your next adventure, so you could even go outside of your comfort zone and try something entirely new and create new memories, which is fantastic and what Sea Scouting is here for.
Even if you can't do a 9-day trip, just do a trip somewhere in your local area.